Grant is back with us today in the kitchen. Grant is a crack member of our culinary team here at the show. Now, normally we call upon Grant to come out here and show his baking wizardry. Today he's going to get a little savory because we are working with California walnuts. We're working with them because they add texture and flavor, and they're also heart-healthy goodness to our dishes. And Grant is going to literally go nuts. Ha!
Yes.
Whatever. I tried.
Not only am I going to go nuts, but I think you're going to go nuts for these recipes too, because they're all really delicious. Like Rachael
I already
said,
got pretty nutty, Grant. I ate like 50 handfuls of these walnuts before we went to this
half of the
segment.
walnuts are gone, but you know what? Now you have a healthy heart, so you're good to go.
Exactly.
So, like Rachael said, normally I'm not here baking, but since I do bake a lot, I always have walnuts in my pantry. I actually keep them in the fridge because that's the best place to store them.
I actually keep all the nuts in the freezer, fridge freezer. The reason we do that is nuts have oil. Oil spoils. You'll get a longer shelf life out of your nuts if you keep them in the fridge or freezer.
Since I always have nuts when I'm baking, I always use them in my savory stuff as well. So today I'm going to show you guys some great entertaining recipes. All of them have walnuts in them. And the first one I'm going to show you is a Walnut Romesco sauce, which is super delicious.
Romesco is a classic sauce. It's made of roasted peppers and traditionally Marcona almonds. It is a Spanish sauce. But walnuts, I think, are... more people have them in their pantry.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's a go-to for recipes for baking and
for, for sure. So I like to start my Romesco off by making a garlic and tomato oil, which is really yummy. It adds a really delicious flavor to it. Right here I just have some warm olive oil. It's not super hot. It's just a little warm. And then to that I add in a few tablespoons of tomato paste. It's always nice to cook out your tomato paste like you always say,
You have to cook out the tomato paste. It's been sitting in a tube. You've got to kind of wake it up.
Wake it up.
Yeah, wake it up. And this is actually a good tip, too. When you buy your tomato paste, buy it in a tube, just like your toothpaste. When you buy it in little cans, you have to switch containers. It often allows more contaminants in, and you end up throwing it in the garbage. You keep it in the tube, and you just roll up from the bottom and keep it in the fridge.
Right.
And you don't waste any. You get a lot more bang for your buck.
And you know what? I've never been to Italy, but I hear this is what the Italians use for toothpaste, right? They just put it on their toothbrush.
Yes, we mix it, we cut it 50-50 with baking soda. We brush our teeth with tomatoes.
You guys are getting so many tips today. So you don't want to cook it a lot. You just want to kind of take the edge off the raw garlic, toast out your tomato paste a little bit.
You're mellowing the garlic and you're waking up the tomato paste.
Yep. So everybody's mellow, everybody's woke.
Everybody's mellow.
And now we're going to throw in our toasted walnuts. Whenever I cook with walnuts, I like to toast them a little bit too.
Whenever you cook with any nut, you should toast them because, as I said, all nuts have oil. And oil not only can spoil, but oil develops the flavor of the nut more fully when you toast it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to add anything to it. You just add heat. Put them in the oven or toast them in a small skillet on the stovetop. And it really brings out the richness and the depth of their flavor.
So then
Salt and pepper.
A little bit of salt and pepper. I'm also going to add in some smoked paprika, a little bit of cayenne, some honey.
Smoked paprika, also known as pimenton. And a little drizzle of honey.
A little bit of honey, yeah, just kind of take that edge off. And we're actually going to use piquillo peppers. I have some over there, Rachael.
Sure.
I actually use the ones from the jar. If you want to buy some piquillo peppers or red peppers, you can roast them and peel them and all that.
You don't want them in oil, though. And piquillos are just little small, mild peppers. And they roast them and peel the skins off, but there's a little bit of char left on them. So it's a little smoky and a little sweet. These are mild peppers.
Nice and mild, yeah.
Yeah. Throw these guys in here.
Yep, we're going to throw those in there.
And your sherry vinegar, did you get that yet?
I put in a little sherry vinegar, about 1/3 cup. I'm going to buzz this up and make a nice, I like a smoother Romesco. I think you like it a little more chunky. So I'm going to you like it smooth? All right, so if you like it smooth, just turn on your mixer, let it run for a few minutes, and it gets nice and smooth.